Okay, with that, we would like to conclude by giving you 2 minutes with closing remarks. We'll start with Representative Nate and close with Britt Raybould.
Thank you. It is a pleasure to serve as a representative, but it is a heavy responsibility, and I take it very seriously. Number one, I view myself as a steward over your tax dollars. And to see what has happened with budget surpluses last year. Oh, by the way, did you know that we already have $400 million come into the state in the last month, more than was projected? And so what's going to happen with those dollars? You need a representative who is a bit of a budget hawk. I have economics training. I know how to look at those budgets. I know how to analyze them. I know how to get things changed. We have actually sent some budgets back and got them lowered. And so you do need somebody to watch out for your tax dollars. My first instinct, like I said, is to return it to the taxpayer, and I'm working hard to do that. We need to repeal the tax on groceries. We could pause the tax on gasoline, and we can absolutely do important, significant measures to reduce property taxes. Nobody should be taxed out of their home. I'm a teacher. I value excellence in education, and for any implication by any group or any candidate out there to suggest that I am not a proponent for good quality education and want to support that all the way, it would be dishonest for them to say that. And sadly, that has happened in this campaign. I am fully supportive of education, fully supportive of excellence education, but also keeping the indoctrination out. Kids should learn to read, write, do arithmetic and history, but they shouldn't be groomed by anyone with a particular agenda. We need conservative legislators, not ones that simply go and vote yes all the time and vote on every single budget because the committee said that that was the budget that you get to vote on. We need more legislators who have the courage to vote no when necessary. I've proven myself as that kind of a legislator who says, you know what, this budget isn't right. And even though it's a budget that's important to an agency or a special interest group, until we get that waste out, I can't support it. And so I work hard to make sure that we get the best legislation, the best budgets, and not just whatever is put in front of us. This isn't a time for special interest politics where it says if you don't vote for X, then you must be against them. We need to have a more grown-up view of things, that you can be against part of a policy and be able to vote against it with the idea of bringing it back better. And we can do that. And I've worked on that. We've done some good things with education budgets. We've done good things with other budgets. And I've proven myself, I think, as a bold, courageous leader that has your interests at heart and that does my best to keep things constitutional, economically efficient, and morally sound, and I'll continue to do that. Thank you.
Once again, thank you for being here tonight. As I think about one of the reasons why I want to return to serve in the Idaho House, it comes back to the experiences that I have when I'm around my two nieces. They're 12 and soon to be 10, and they are so excited about the future. And they have this just contagious sense of what is possible. And as I look at what is possible for the future in Idaho, I'm excited too. We have so much going right in this state. We have a balanced budget amendment that ensures that every year we have to balance our budget. Unlike the federal government, we have to ensure that at the end of the day, we are not spending more than we take in. We also have an ethos that says if we have surpluses, we do our best to meet the needs that are required within the government and return the surpluses to the taxpayer. As I look at this, as I look at what we are facing in terms of challenges, both at a national level and globally, I recognize that we're in a little bit of an oasis. We have supermajority Republican representation in both the House and the Senate, and Republican leadership in all of our statewide offices. We are unique amongst all of the other states as to what things look like in our ability to count on effective conservative representation. So as I look at the opportunity to return to the House and to serve you, I think about several things. I think about how can I ensure that things continue to look bright for the state? How can I ensure that the next generation feels like they not only have an opportunity to succeed, but that they believe that they can do it in this state that they don't have to leave and go somewhere else to have those opportunities, but that they'll be available here and that they'll be able to come back and to raise their families and to build a life like we've all been able to do. Madison County is an incredible place to live, and I am very blessed to be here, to be with my family, and to be among you. We deserve to have voices over in Boise who will stand up for Madison County and will represent the interests of this district. You deserve to have a representative who will listen to you and who will do right by you, who will listen to local officials, who will work with them to ensure that those who are doing the job on a day-to-day basis, who understand the intricacies and the nuances that go into managing a county or managing a city, that they're heard because you elected those officials too. And the same goes for our local school boards. We should be listening to them as they come to us and say, this is what we need to do a better job running school districts. This is what we need in order to be able to serve our students. I thank you again for being here tonight, and I encourage you to go vote on May 17th.
I think we've been richly served here tonight. Let's give one hand to all those who strive to serve in these elected posts, whether they're opposed this time or not. Let's give a round of applause to everybody.